We've gone over other ways of accomplishing this goal, but here is another way. So we have this red line, line V, and the equation is y equals -1/5 x plus 9. It's got a slope of -1/5, and it's got a y-intercept of 9. We're writing an equation of line W that goes through this point that shows on the graph -10, 1. And the line that we draw is going to be called line W, and it's going to run parallel to the red line V. All right, so here's a method that you can use, one of several methods. You can look at the information you're given. You're given the slope of the existing line, and the slope of the existing line is -1/5. So record the slope is -1/5. And then also record that you know an x value and a y value, because we know that this -10 is the x coordinate and the 1 is the y coordinate. So our x is -10 and our y is 1. So now the next thing that what we need to be able to know to write an equation, because our equation is going to be in this format, y equals mx plus b, we need to be able to know what the slope is and what the y-intercept is. But we already know what the slope is. The slope is -1/5. So that we already know. So in place of this m, we already know that we can write a -1/5. So all we need to know is the b. So that's the part that we need to know. So let's write the equation of what we already know. We know that the y of the point that we were given is 1. So y equals -1/5. We know our x is -10. And I like to put the denominator too. -10 is the same thing as -10 over 1. And then our plus b. So now our goal with this equation is just to solve this equation to find out what b equals. So let's simplify a little bit. -1/5 times -10, a negative times a negative becomes positive, and 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5, so that's 10 over 5. If I do some scratch paper here over on the other side, I can divide the top, the numerator, by 5, and I can divide the denominator by 5, and that gives me 2 over 1, which equals 2. So I know that this is 2 plus b. Now I can subtract 2 from both sides because that will get b by itself. And I'll find out that b equals -1 because the 2 and the -2 are 0. So they disappear. B plus 0 is just b. So now I know that my b is -1. So now that I know that, that changes everything. No, that gets us our answer. So b is -1, and then we're able to substitute that b right here. And I know that plus -1 is the same as saying -1. So that is our equation. Let's check it on Desmos. We look on Desmos, the red line is line V. Negative 10, 1 right here is the point that we needed to have our line go through. And negative 1/5 x minus 1 is the equation that we got. And sure enough, it goes through that point and it is parallel to the red line. Mission accomplished.